it's Jazzy, and today I'm here with the one and only Miss Whoopi Goldberg, and only Mr. Rick Ross. And today we're here at Black Entrepreneurs Day with Cedric the Entertainer, Miss Cari Champion, Anthony Anderson, Flava Flav, and Mr. Ice-T, with Miss Angela Yee and Mr. Daymond John. Miss Goldberg, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, but Jazzy, you just have to call me Whoopi, that's all.
All right, Miss Whoopi.
No, just Whoopi.
All right, Whoopi. How you doing today?
All right, pretty good.
First of all, before we start the interview, I actually interviewed you a couple years ago. I think it was on exactly Miami 2020, and you gave me the opportunity to interview you, and I want to thank you so much for that. You encouraged me to not quit, and obviously I haven't quit.
Much love. You wonderful, and don't you ever stop this, okay?
All right.
Be good. Shining bright. You shining bright.
I want to reciprocate that by telling everyone out there to make sure y'all stay in tune with Mr. Rick Ross and Meek Mill's new album dropping November 10th. Too Good to Be True. Make sure y'all stay in tune with that. We're all excited for it to drop.
That mean a lot to me. That mean a lot to me.
You have explained in an interview that taking a loss is the hardest thing to go through, but the way you bounce back is the best experience on the road to success. Right. So what was one of your biggest lessons you learned in a loss throughout your career that you overcame?
I believe it really just me establishing my music career for one. That was over a decade, maybe more like 15 years of really feeling like no one's really recognizing your gift. When obviously you have it, but no one seems to recognize. And I think that was really hard for me, but that was my greatest reward, staying down, never quitting, never giving up, and here we are.
Exactly, and I love your positivity and the way that you inspire so many people with your positivity too, and I do appreciate that too.
Believe that, I won't stop.
Exactly.
I love to reciprocate that energy. I'm gonna use your word for this week, reciprocate.
So before becoming a successful actress, you worked multiple jobs including a bank teller, a makeup artist at a notary, and even as a bricklayer. So with so many changes in professions, how were you able to stay focused on your ultimate goal to become a successful actress?
Well, I wasn't thinking about becoming an actress then. I was just kind of thinking about putting food on the table because I had a little girl at the time. So I had to make sure she was secure and safe and fed. And so it was really just, if this job ended, I found another one to do. So you keep going until you don't need to.
I actually love that. Your goal is mostly just being able to have money in order to put food on the table for your family and just being able to do everything that you had to do.
That's right. Taking care of my mom, taking care of my brother, taking care of me, taking care of her. You always want to make sure you take care of the family as well as taking care of yourself.
Exactly. And you're very selfless for that too, because a lot of people, they wouldn't necessarily think about that when they have money. They'll mostly think about buying themselves nice things or not necessarily buying everyone else around them that helps support them.
Well, yeah, but I just figure if I get it, then I come in looking so fly, then everybody's gonna be annoyed because you don't have anything for me. So I try to make sure that I always take care of the people that took care of me.
That's great, and I can definitely relate to that because I have brothers. So whenever I go to interviews, they're always just like, "Hey, you didn't get anything signed for me? Come on." Mr. Anderson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jazzy. How are you?
I'm doing great. I cannot complain, and thank you so much for asking. Thank you for the opportunity to interview you too.
Oh, well, thank you for allowing me to stand next to greatness.
Well, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
So you're originally from Compton, California, and previously said that your favorite childhood experience was spending time with your friends on your block. So why was your neighborhood so important to you growing up, and what changes have you seen in regards to unity from then to now in Compton?
Well, it's all about family and community for me. So that's why I made that statement there, because my community and family and my environment is what helped propel me to where I am today. They believed in me just as much as I believed in myself. And truer words have never been spoken when they say it takes a village, to raise a child. And my village helped raise me, and we helped raise each other. So that's why community and the people on my block are important to me because, I do what I do because it's a passion of mine, because this is what I believe my energy was created and put on this earth to do, to entertain. But for me to be the success that I am today is a reflection of my block. It's a reflection of my community. It's a reflection of my neighborhood. So that's why I rep it the way that I do, because my success is their success.
I do respect your answer too, and I love the way that you were saying how you really do have a passion for your career and how it kind of formed from your neighborhood. I love that quote too, it takes a village to raise a child, because you were saying how those experiences really molded you into who you are today.
Yeah.
And I love that too, because I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Bushwick, Brooklyn specifically, and I feel like my neighborhood, it's kind of the same, but I feel like now it's kind of different because everyone's not outside all the time like how it used to be. Well, from what my parents have been telling me.
Right.
But it's still pretty fun, and I feel like everyone is more so like a family when it comes to a neighborhood like that.
It is.
Tight-knit.
Times have changed. My neighborhood isn't what it used to be when I was growing up, but that was so long ago. But people evolve. Neighborhoods change. Time changes. And a lot of things that keep people off the block. Growing up for me, I'm 53 years old. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have, direct communication with the world. Our communication with the world was interacting with one another and being there. I couldn't, if I wanted to know what you were doing, I didn't send you a WYD. I had to go down to your house, knock on your door, and be like, yo, man, what you doing? I had to physically get up and get out there. Now we can find out what everybody's doing from around the world with just a simple text or whatnot. So things have changed. We're not outside like we used to be. And it's, some see it as progress, some see it as us digressing, just because we don't have that community feel in which we did. But, the community still thrives. You asked me what the difference is, and I think that's, part of the difference. Going back to the neighborhood now, we're not as connected as we once were.
I don't know if you guys know this. She's taking my job like tomorrow. So I'm okay with that.
All right, how about this? We can do it together.
Okay, yes, most importantly, we'll just, tag team, co-host, yes.
Exactly, tag team, duo. Come on, high five.
I like it. Talk to me.
Exactly. So what were some of the struggles you experienced at the beginning of your career, and what were ways that you have been able to prove your potential and gain respect, especially in a male-dominated space like sports reporting?
That's a great question, first of all. Thank you for asking me. I think some of the things that most women deal with, because this is a society that is a patriarchy, I think not being smart enough or perceived not smart enough, or if I ever leaned into being a woman and pretty, I was deemed not smart or credible. And I think once I believed that was all propaganda, meaning I knew it wasn't true, I started to really believe in myself, and I changed the game for me. So that's one of the big things. Women, believe in yourself. Know your truth, know your strengths.
Exactly. You have to be confident in yourself, and you have to really believe in yourself before anyone else believes in you.
She's smart. She's 13.
I
wouldn't have been able to put those sentences together at 13.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And just putting that out there, I feel like in male-dominated industries like sports broadcasting, or just like overall, I feel like women have to work twice as hard sometimes. And honestly, I feel like us girls, we could do just as much as men, if not even better. But overall, I feel like sometimes we have to work even harder, and it shouldn't really have to be like that. I feel like everyone should be equal.
It's hard. It's just the nature of the business. But I think when I see someone like yourself at 13 years old, being very confident and comfortable in front of a camera, knowing what you want, knowing a vision, I think if we normalize that, we start to win as women. And
exactly.
It doesn't matter what industry we're in, we just start to win.
And you know how I'm feeling? I'm feeling jazzy. Just like you, Jazzy.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Nice to meet you, Jazzy.
It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Flava Flav. Where did you get the idea to wear the clock? I mean, that's a very creative idea, and it really sets you apart from other artists.
A good story with that. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, the story is so long, it's going to take you the rest of your life to learn it, or for me to tell it to you. But it comes from way back in the days, many, many, many ways. We used to wear stopwatches. Right?
Right.
And then one day, somebody took the stopwatch off my neck and put this clock around my neck as a joke. And they dared me to wear it on stage. And when I wore it on stage, when we went and opened up for the Beastie Boys, have you ever heard of the Beastie Boys?
I believe I have.
Okay. Well, that was a good question, just in case you really didn't. I know they're way ahead of your time.
Right.
But anyway, so when we went and opened up for the Beastie Boys, right? The next morning, We got the newspaper clippings back on the Daily News, New York Times. I mean, we was rolling you. The Newsday, everything, right? The look of the clock was slamming. Or the look of the clock was real jazzy. And you know what? I decided to keep it, and I've been wearing it ever since.
You know, that's actually a really great backstory, and as I said before, it sets you apart from other artists. It's very creative, and I just like the way it looks on you. It looks very nice.
Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you. Do it look jazzy on me?
It does look jazzy on you. I like that.
And all that jazz.
I love that. So you have acted in over 150 films, including my favorite, Sister Act.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that is definitely great. In what ways have you been able to connect with your characters over the years to give the viewer an authentic representation of the role in your films?
Well, most films, you as actors, you always have to take a little tiny bit of yourself and put it in there. It just, you don't want to take a lot of yourself,
Right.
but you want to take a tiny bit just so you never lose yourself.
Right.
So, you know, I never was a nun, but I've been around a lot of them. I never was a poor black woman in the South in the 20s, but I knew enough of them. So you take a little bit of what you know and hope for the best.
Exactly. You know, background knowledge, being able
That's
to
right.
put that into.
That's right.
And that's how you create an authentic character.
This
And
is
it makes you feel, even when I watch a movie, it makes me feel like I'm actually there.
Yeah, that's always what you want. Like in Ghost, you want people to wonder. My character was always asking the questions, like the audience would be asking if they were watching the movie, like, how come she's not saying, hey, this ghost is talking to me? And then I'd say, and they go, okay. So you always want to have a little something for the audience, a little something for you, and that makes a great movie, I think.
Supporting each other is the only way we can grow, right? So what are ways older people can help empower young people and most importantly guide future entrepreneurs and leaders in our communities?
And I think that older people need to show younger people that they are learning every single day and lead by example and not act like they know it all, because we don't know it all. And I think that if younger people see that, they'll go, wait a minute, learning never stops.
And I think that, I think being a mentor is important, but I also think the younger generation has to take that mentorship seriously and understand that it's a job for them too.
Oh, yeah.
So it goes both ways, you know. Sometimes people want you to mentor them, but they're not really showing up and doing the work that's necessary. And then for us to be able to let people even just shadow you, I think is important. And then capital is important. That's why Black Entrepreneurs Day is important, because sometimes when you have an idea, you have a business, you want to take it to the next level, you need some money.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, you both are totally correct with that. And I feel like everything is a learning experience, no matter your age, whether you're young or old. It doesn't really matter, because as long as you can learn from mistakes or learn from from an experience itself, that's all that matters, and that's very important.
You know what? Honestly, you worked so hard, because I met you one time outside. After that, I saw you in interviews with Jay-Z. Now you're inside. Soon you're going to be taking the stage. So
Kendrick, J. Cole,
that's
everybody.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being such a great example.
Thank you. I appreciate you both. Supporting each other is the only way we can grow. So what are ways older people can empower young people and most importantly guide future entrepreneurs and leaders in our communities?
Well, I mean, the idea is definitely that, you know, that age is not necessarily the end all be all. I think sometimes people believe because they're older they have all the answers. But young people have a lot to teach us. We can listen, we can learn, and then we can help move things along. So, you know, people who have brilliant ideas and great ideas are often very young people. And so that's what the older people can do, is be listeners and then guiders and then helping using our resources to lead the youth into their goals.
I love that too, and I feel like many older people can also be mentors for younger people too. I have a mentor, which is Angie Martinez. Shouts out to Angie Martinez. I love you, Miss Angie. Exactly. And I feel like mentors are very important when it comes to younger people, especially when you're in a space together, like in the same kind of industry, because they can teach you from their past experiences, you know, what to watch out for, what's some things that you might want to improve on, what's some things that you want to like just keep away from you, you know, things like that, things that you want to look out for.
Yeah, no, that's important. I mean, and that's really the key. I mean, oftentimes we expect our parents or someone in our family to be these mentors, but when you have someone that is in the industry that looks out for you, that can give you insight, that can give you guidance, that's very important. We all could use somebody like that, you know?
Totally, and I agree with that answer too.
Yeah, even as an adult, can you mentor me?
I mean, It kind of depends. It kind of depends.
You got good energy. I mean, I'm following your lead right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
Believe in them. Believe in the dreamers. Believe in the future dreamers and shapers. Just like, you know, the community and people believed in us, believed in myself growing up. You know, that's what we can do. And, you know, a philosophy that I subscribe to is I lift as I climb. You know, so when I'm ascending to the heights that I'm ascending to, I'm making sure that I'm bringing you along with me and everything and everybody else. Because that I feel that is my responsibility, not just our responsibility. That's my responsibility to lift as I climb and to give opportunities to other people, just like opportunities were afforded to me.
Yeah, I get that too, because a lot of doors were opened for me, especially in the beginning of my career, which I really do appreciate. And I feel as we grow and we see younger people that are doing things that similarly to what we are doing and in the kind of like in the same industry, I feel like we can also open doors for them and we can also guide them and we can try to put them on the right path. More so kind of touch their hearts too.
Yeah.
Being able to say, hey, I want to help you because of my past experiences and I know what it takes in order to be in this industry.
That's it. You know, we all make mistakes as well. And so to be a mentor, I can, you know, impart to you the mistakes that I made to ensure that you don't make those mistakes. You know, you're going to make mistakes on your own, but there's some things that, you know, you shouldn't have to do. You don't have to do because I've already laid the groundwork. I've already done that. I've already made those mistakes and learned from that. So I'm here to impart that wisdom to you. And every mistake that we make, I don't like to think of them as mistakes. They're lessons, and we learn from them.
Right.
You know, and that's going to help inform how we make the next move, and that's going to help us help the next person that's coming up behind us or alongside of us.
Yes. Remember, guys, mistakes are very important in life because as long as you learn from them and acknowledge them, you're able to make improvements on them.
Exactly. And don't make the same mistake twice.
Right. That's one thing that you should not do.
Yeah. That would just make you a fool.
Exactly. You see, I like that.
Jazzy said it. I just agreed with her.
I think if a young person is willing to take time and just listen to somebody, they OGs, they can save them so much problems because wisdom, it doesn't come from being smart. It comes from making mistakes. And then I can warn you about some of the mistakes I've made. So, you know, it's just a matter of you. When I was young, I always loved talking to older cats. You know, whether they were sitting in front of the liquor store, whatever they was going to tell me was good game. So I think that, you know, as an entrepreneur, you know, the only thing we will tell you is you can't listen to anybody else. Don't let any hater shut you down. If you believe in it, push, push, push. And it'll eventually come true, but you got to put the work behind it.
Can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Man, everybody just believe in yourself. It's going to happen for you. Never quit. Stay down, you dig? And do what you love. It'll be much, much easier.
Thank you so much for that.
Well, if you don't do anything, you won't get anywhere. So you got to do something. So figure out what makes you happy.
You know, believe in your dreams. And don't let anyone discourage you. You know, believe wholeheartedly in what it is that you want to do and what you want to accomplish in life. And just soar and just fly. And don't be afraid to fly. Don't be afraid to fall. Because if you're afraid to fall, you will never take that leap. It's okay. It's okay to fall because you know what? We get up. So never be afraid to fall. Take that leap.
I wish I could help you some kind of way. It's inspirational to see a 13-year-old out here doing this. So ask me another question. Let me see, can I be prolific?
All right, well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Pay attention to Jazzy. I mean, listen to what she's doing. She's doing something big. She's not out here interviewing kids. She's interviewing grown adults, people that are difficult to get to, too. And it makes me feel good to see somebody your age doing something so positive. It's a beautiful thing. We down with her. Do not mess with Jazzy. You got a problem with ice.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Ice-T.
Hey, can I add on to that?
Yes, you can.
To that? Everybody, I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. Because when it comes down to Jazzy, she ain't playing. She dead serious. You know what I'm saying? For real. Now listen, good luck with your life. Good luck with your future. Good luck with your goals, your family. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing the right thing with your life right now so far.
Stay the course.
Keep it like that. Stay on this course. You know what I'm saying? If you want your life to come out right, you got to pick the right friends and stuff in school, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, hey, you could be the big dog on the camera, but when you off the camera, you still got to be the big dog in your classes. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all starts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't get a diploma. You know why? Because I was a Dennis the Menace. You know, I don't even know. I don't think you know.
I watched the movie. My dad showed me the movie, so.
Can I tell you something? This is gonna be the best and funniest interview that you got on your whole thing right now.
One and only Flavor's Flav.
But you know what? But check this out. I'm getting ready to go back to high school and get my diploma.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? And the reason why is because deep down inside, I want to settle it within myself. You know what I'm saying? And then also, my mom, she passed away, but I know she's still here with me, and I would love to please her by getting my diploma. But while you're in school right now, get it.
Handle your business.
Handle your business and get your diploma, you know what I'm saying, in the whole nine. You can do it. There's nothing in the world that Jazzy can't do. Just like you doing this right now, interviewing. Yo, come on, man. You can do it.
Well, thank you for that, and I certainly will keep on going, and thank you so much for the interview.
God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless both of you, and I appreciate the interview too. And to everyone out there, I hope you hear these words of wisdom, because these will take you far in life, and just make sure that you stay on your grind, and you stay working hard, and you follow your dreams. We're here at the Apollo Theater, Black Entrepreneur Day with Flava Flav, Mr. Ice-T, and we're having a great time. Until next time, jazzing out.
Jazzing out.
That was very, very jazzy.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Very jazzy.